Hi, good evening to all. Now we are going to look at an important topic of the banking theory. As a commercial banks that provide rural credit in India, commercial bank that provides a financial assistance in rural area. One of the objectives of a nationalization of commercial banks in 1969 was to ensure a smooth flow of credit to agriculture and small scale industries. Commercial bank that is nationalized in 1969. It has many objectives. It is one of the objectives is to ensure a smooth flow of credit for the agricultural sector and small scale industries. Commercial banks provide both the direct and indirect finance to agriculture. Directly assist to the rural area, especially for the farmers. Indirect finance to the agriculture as well. The directly finance provided for the in the form of short-term loans. Indirectly finance provided in the form of advances. Loan is also provided through the PACS, which means the primary agri credit in the societies. Loan also provided to the farmers. The next one is the infrastructure facilities. The commercial banks provide credit for the storing and warehousing of agricultural produce for the safety purpose, marketing their agricultural products, transporting the goods which has produced by the agricultural activities need to transport from one place to another place. Repairing of agricultural implements. The machines like the tractor, the agricultural tools for that the commercial banks provide the credit for that activities. Statistical data of the commercial bank credit. The amount of outstanding advances to agriculture increased from 162 crores to 31,167 crores. It is a huge increase in the credit. Despite the vast increase in short-term loans, the PECs continue to dominate the scene. In this field, the PECs plays an important role to provide the finance to the rural areas. The next one is the finance to the FCI, Food Corporation of India. Provide finance to FCI for the food procurement operations. It is for the purpose of provide the foods in the overall India for that FCI operations. So the FCI food procurement for that the commercial banks provide credit banks provide credit for the storing and the distribution of agricultural inputs. The agricultural products have to store and distribute then only it will be useful for everyone. For that purpose, commercial banks now provide credit for agricultural activities. in the rural area. They are implementing the village adaptation scheme initiated by SBI, State Bank of India, to look into credit and other needs of the farmers. It is one of the scheme now which is implemented in rural areas as a village adaptation scheme. The scheme is initiated by the SBI. The purpose of the scheme to provide credit for the farmers. The other schemes such as small farmers development agencies and marginal farmers under the agricultural laborer, through which farmers get assistance of commercial banks. These are the major schemes which are provided by the commercial banks for the purpose of to assist the farmers. Sponsored to RRB as per the 20-point program to protect farmers from the exploitation of money lenders. The 20-point program is initiated by the RRB, the Regional Rural Bank. The purpose of this program is to protect farmers and then to save the farmers from the money lenders. Because they will charge a lot of interest rate. For that purpose we need to save the farmers through commercial banks credit. The next topic is regional rural banks. It's also called as RRB. The main aim of RRB is to provide banking services in rural areas. The main purpose of the RRB is to help the financial assistance in rural areas. The ownership of RRB, these banks are under the Ministry of Finance or Government of India and Government of India. The RRB now operates under the control of the Ministry of Finance and the Government of India. The next one is the reasons for establishment of RRB. Why RRB is established? RRBs now were started to work in rural perspectives, and they can lend to more and more farmers who are in real need of money. The starting of RRB the purpose to development of rural areas for the giving them credit in a low rate of interest. The money is especially useful for farmers for agricultural activities. So we need to provide the money for the farmers with low interest. It is the main purpose of RRB. To provide them the constitutional background, a separate act has now passed. RRB is regulated under the act. A separate act has passed in the parliament to operate the RRB. The next, the functions of RRB. Providing the banking facilities to rural and semi-urban areas. Semi-urban areas means it is neither the village or the big city. Usually we call it as a town. It is semi-urban areas. Carrying out government operations like disbursement of wages and the wages of NRGA. It is also called as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and the disbursement of the pensions. In Tamil Nadu, lot of the village people work under this scheme. as a 100 days working scheme. So the RRB distribute the wages among the workers of a village people, as well as to provide the pensions for the old people who live in the village. The next one is providing para banking facilities. Like para banking facilities means it is involves not only the deposits and the withdrawals, like other facilities like the insurance and the locker facilities, debit and the credit cards, mobile banking, internet banking, the unified payment services, interface services, etc. The next one is problems of RRBs. RRBs were considered as a low-cost organization having a rural philosophy, local touch and the pro-poor focus, because the RRB operates in a village, especially in rural areas. So there are a lot of economically weak people who live there. So their mindset goes to that the people live in the local touch and the pro-poor focus. So RRB also called as low cost organization because it deals with farmer only. Each bank was to be founded by a public sector bank, though they were planned as the self-sustaining credit institutions which were able to refinance their core resources and were expected from the statutory preemptions. The RRB focuses mainly for the providing credit to the farmers, and they collect the interest from the farmers and refinance to them. But they also expected some say government support also to function it properly. There were the 196 RRBs in 1990. This was reduced to 56 after mergers and amalgamations. This amalgamation performed only the purpose of easily operations, because if RRB was in large amount, it will be more difficult to function. For that purpose, these RRBs is amalgamated together or the merged together. Thank you. We will see you again. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed. Thank you. Bye.